happy Saturday to you, man. How is your start of your weekend, Leo?
Well, so far I got the whole weekend off. That's
okay.
kind of rare, but it's nice for a change.
Nice.
How's everybody doing?
Yeah. Do you usually work during the weekends?
One day of the weekend, usually a Saturday or a Sunday.
Oh.
I have to get one or the other day off.
Okay. Cool. Awesome.
They're fair with everybody about that.
Yep. Yeah, I remember working weekends. I didn't like it so much. Now I became adjusted just to working just like weekdays now. It's been that for like 12 years. So whoever has to work weekends, I give you guys major props. Seriously, major props.
Especially in New York City, because transportation could be a little tough, especially with the weekend schedules.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
How far are you away from the Big Apple?
I'm in Queens, so well, I'm in Ridgewood, Queens. It's sort of close to Brooklyn, but it's still in Queens.
Oh, okay.
So it's about a half hour away from the city, from Manhattan.
Yeah. Oh, nice. It's been a long time since I've been over to New York. The last time I went was 2007. Yeah, it's been a while, but I love the city, but I don't think I would ever live there. It's kind of overwhelming a little bit.
It is a little overwhelming. It's kind of rough. It's really competitive.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people misconstrue a lot of New Yorkers as being mean, but it's just that there's a lot of weirdness going on, and sometimes we got to keep our guard up.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry if you misconstrue it as something else.
Oh man, I don't really like to judge so much, but I know there's a lot of people over there, so I understand if you guys get like a little bit upset because you guys have to the public transportation and everything. I always watch these videos. Just always comes up on my feed, Leo, of these like crazy subway stories of people. They're morning transits and they're entertaining. Yeah.
I don't know if you ever heard of a page called Subway Creatures.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Okay, I definitely
There's
have
a lot of wild stuff that happens in the New York City subway.
Does it happen usually during the evenings, or is it kind of like all times?
Any time of the day, it doesn't matter.
Okay. So if you're any tourists that are going around New York, go check out the subways first. Go tour around. Maybe you'll come across subway creatures.
You will see something that will probably be burned into your retinas for the rest of your life, and you might not unsee it.
Oh man. Okay. I hope one day I don't come across anything like that if I ever take a visit to New York City again. But Leo, what did you bring for lunch? Because there's lunch with a friend there.
Well, I bought a margarita pie today.
Whoa. Look at that. He's got New York pizza.
Is it showing up on camera?
Oh,
Why
no,
is it censored?
It's a little bit blurry. Maybe because you have the blur in the background. We got to see that pizza, Leo. Oh my gosh.
I gotta take that blur off. Hold on.
Oh yeah, no worries. Take your time.
It's actually whatchamacallit? It's Discord. Let me see.
Yo, guys, look at that pizza.
Hopefully it doesn't drip on the keyboard.
Oh, don't worry. You got your napkins?
Yeah, I got my napkins.
All right, cool.
I'm good.
Cool.
That keyboard, I could just take it apart whenever.
Yeah. Oh, I see it clearly.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, man.
That is a New York pizza right over there. Oh, man.
How good is that?
Yeah. Oh, I remember going over to New York and having their pizzas. Pizza is one of my favorite foods. And, just wow. Cannot compare to any pizza in the world is New York. You know? Look at that, big slices, man. Nice. Nice. I also brought lunch too, Leo. I got some nuggies.
What did you bring?
But these are actually plant-based nuggies because I'm doing my best to try these like healthy foods and whatnot. Because, every year I want to, always try to be healthy. That's what I meant.
Of course, we all gotta try something.
So yeah, these are plant-based nuggets that I actually got from Target, and I believe it's crazy that they legit taste like chicken. So I'm going to just put this on some dippy sauce right here, real quick. I'm gonna try this.
I've had some soy-based chicken that actually almost tasted like the real thing, and I've had it in wraps in the past with kale and sriracha.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Nice. All right, I'm gonna cheers to you, Leo, with this plant-based nugget.
And I'm gonna cheers to you with the slice I already took a bite out of because I couldn't resist.
Oh, no worries. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Have you ever had? Because it's crazy. There's a lot of plant-based stuff that have been coming out, especially in some fast food restaurants. Have you ever tried the Impossible Whopper? Is that crazy that it tastes exactly just like a freaking meat patty?
It's wild, bro. It doesn't taste any different.
Yeah.
It tastes so good.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty cool that there some fast food places or more places are trying to advertise that a little more because the food is just amazing. Like this is plants, veggies, and it just tastes exactly like chicken. I'm just gonna take another bite. This is so good.
Is that ketchup on the side or little cherry tomatoes? I couldn't tell.
Little cherry tomatoes.
Nice.
I like the cherry tomatoes a lot, so gotta put some veggies in there. Apologize for my chewing if anybody can hear it. Nom 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 nom. All right, so Leo, I got a question for you. What are the origins of your name, Leonidas? I'm always afraid to pronounce your the last name of it. Is it called
Tankian?
Tankian? Okay, Tankian.
Tankian. Okay, so the Leonidas part comes from my last job that I worked at. There were 3 Leos in one building, so we had to differentiate them somehow.
Oh, okay.
My boss's name was Leonard, so we called him Lenny.
Yep.
The chef, his name was actually Leo, so we called him Leo.
Okay.
And then my coworkers just started calling me Leonidas.
Oh, nice. That's a good breakup. I've never ever seen that in a job place where it's just like, what are the odds of you guys having all the same names? Hey, I'm Leo. What? Hey, I'm Leo.
That
what?
was a first for me, to be honest. I've never been in a job where I had met anyone that had the same name, but my own boss and then the head chef as well.
Oh man, that's crazy. But that's
and then the Tankin part comes from. Have you guys ever heard of System of a Down?
Yep.
A lot of people have said that I look like Serge Tankin.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta Google that real quick. Just gonna do my Google search here. Okay. Alright, Google. Alright. Okay, System.
Yep, you see? Odd Bandicoot thinks so.
Okay.
How you doing, Chenergy?
Yep, and yeah, feel free to greet everybody on the chat. You're more than welcome to, Leo. Let's see here. Whoa. You do. It's your doppelganger. Whoa. Dude, I'm talking to the lead singer of System of a Down. This is awesome. Oh my gosh. I don't think I have a doppelganger, but this one exactly looks like you. That's crazy.
Oh snap, I left my keys up on the table.
Oh, no worries. Oh my gosh.
No, I'm just quoting Chop Suey.
I love that origin story of your name, man. That is so cool. Cool.
It works for me.
Mm-hmm.
It does sound pretty cool, so I stick with it.
Yeah, nice. Well, probably one of the best origin stories I've heard right now for that. That's pretty cool. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So, before I want to like talk retro to you, I want to talk about, since you're big into PCs, how did you get into that? Did you get into that when you were like a kid or something?
Well, I'd like to say that I've always been enthusiastic about technology ever since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to be honest, growing up, we didn't really have access to a lot of things like our own family computers.
Yep.
And a lot of the gaming consoles we got were like hand-me-downs or gifted to us.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, access to tech was a little scarce for us.
Yep.
Growing up in New York is a little tough. A lot of, if any of you are from there, you'll understand.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, at some point later on in life, I started getting my hands on more tech, and it started just, I started delving really deep into it, and I'm talking about to the point of taking things apart, finding out how they work.
Oh, okay.
Every little aspect, and you could probably take like a Galaxy S phone, and then I'll take a prepaid phone, and I'll make the prepaid phone just as good or maybe better than the flagship phone, for example.
Mm-hmm.
I was always like the kind of person that would try to find ways to improve things in technology. So, yeah, I mean, then the pandemic hit at some point. I had the stimulus checks,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of money in my account. Then there was my friend Kevin. He, for years, has been pushing me to learn things about PC. Like, forcing that knowledge into my head every time we would hang out.
Yep.
And then, at one point, I decided, you know what, I want to build a PC. And he helped me build my first PC, and we built it wrong at first, and then he left it to me to fix everything that was wrong with the build.
Yeah.
The RGB lighting was not even hooked up at all. Let's see. There was a little mix-up with some fan configurations, and some of them that were connected, like the CPU cooler.
Mm-hmm.
I got my hands dirty. I stopped being afraid of handling expensive components, and I fixed everything. And at that point, I'm like, hey, I got a knack for this, and I started building more and more and more PCs just for the heck of it.
Wow.
And at this point, ever since the pandemic has started, it's almost 3 years into it, I've already built about 9 to maybe 10 PCs.
Wow. 9 to 10 PCs? That's incredible.
Yeah.
Just starting off during the pandemic, like you mentioned, right?
Yeah.
Man, wow. So I want to go back to like when you're a kid, because we don't have access to internet or anything. So
that was tough.
How did you like dabble into it? Did you go to the library? Did you go to magazine stores? Did you learn through like a friend? How did you do that?
No, actually in school I used to use VPNs to bypass their firewalls.
Ah, I see.
So whenever there was a computer lab class, I was doing some crazy research, and you know what? It led to me actually winning awards in the class for my research skills.
Let's go. Nice.
They weren't even mad at it because I was learning in the process.
Yeah, they were just so impressed with you. They're like, you know what? We've never had anything like this before. You know what? We're gonna give Leo here a prize. We're gonna give him all this. I feel like it always starts with school, because that's how I feel like I dabbled into.
It works out better when teachers acknowledge your strong points like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's oh man, I wish I had teachers like that in school, because they are, they are the key to you, to like, if you have like a teacher that believes in you so much and motivates you, then you really believe in yourself, because you're a kid, you don't know much about anything. So that makes me really happy.
One of my other role models was actually a teacher who was a gamer. I was around 8 years old. I don't know where he is right now, but I hope he's doing well.
Yep.
His name is Mr. Izzo.
That's a cool name.
He was an 8th grader. No, he was a 3rd grade teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And he got me into PC gaming at a very young age. He got me into emulators on PC. He got me into learning about playing spin-offs of certain games, like fan-made Legend of Zelda clones and things like that.
Yep.
And then PC ports of certain games, like Legend of Zelda for NES, Mario, Sonic. I found out that there was a whole gaming aspect to PC thanks to him.
Oh my gosh!
And
the teacher.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
dope.
know what. Yeah, he was a really awesome teacher.
Oh man,
But then he found a better job, a better paying job, and then he ended up going with that.
Mm-hmm. Oh man,
I hope he's doing well though.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. I
was surrounded by a lot of gaming role models.
Oh man, I wasn't when I was young and stuff. Like the closest was just me and my brother, and that's about it. Or my cousins, because I have a big family and we used to play video games, but nobody like outside of that and stuff. So that is so cool. Oh wait,
Hey String, hey SPG, how you doing?
What up?
String Player Gamers in the chat.
Nice. Vamp Frost, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome into the podcast. And also, guys,
Vamp
too.
Frost, Vamp Frost and me go way back.
Oh,
guys,
nice.
He's actually one of my best friends from my childhood.
Oh, nice. Awesome. Welcome in, Vamp Frost. Thank you.
When it comes to retro gaming, we definitely shared a lot of our old gaming library together.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, nice. Okay, let's dabble into retro gaming, because this is how me and you met on Twitch. I believe I met you through a raid, through like Rachel Grace violin stream. Then
yes.
I remember just seeing you on chat a lot. Then I saw you on a Lude stream because I mod for her, and I was just like, "Hey, Leo, what's up?" I always like greet you. And I'm just like, "I want to see what Leo's all about." Then I'm like, "Hey, he's a retro gamer."
Seeing the video game music aspect of Twitch was actually really awesome.
Mm-hmm. And it was so cool because whenever I would request like a classic song through a retro video game, you would just like respond to me, "Hey, I used to play this game a lot when I was a kid. One of my favorites." I'm like, "Me too." Then that's how like me and Leo here bonded. Then after that, it became like the rest is history. We just been like talking about retro every time he comes to my stream. I go to your stream. And what is your first memory with retro gaming? What is like your first system that you've ever had?
So there's this console called TurboGrafx 16.
Mm-hmm.
My youngest brother and my father were the one who brought it home. Apparently, someone had thrown it out in the trash, but the console was fully functional and it had games with it. And it's crazy because why would you throw away something like that?
Mm-hmm.
And crazy fact about the console, as opposed to the NES, the TurboGrafx 16 was a 16-bit console, and the NES was an 8-bit console.
Yep.
8-bit console. So graphics and the audio were already better. Mm-hmm. And the cartridges for that console, they actually look like baseball cards.
They do? Oh man.
As opposed to big clunky cartridges, they were actually the size of baseball cards.
Uh-huh. Oh. So how many games did you have for that?
We had like maybe 3 or 4 games. There was Legendary X, Bonk's Adventure, Keep Scourge, and Alpha Zone.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember what the other one was. But I do remember my cousin was getting me into a game called Blazing Lasers.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a really awesome shooter game.
Nice.
Like a space shooter game.
Mm-hmm. So when you had that like console, was it like around like the early to mid 90s when did you have that?
Yep.
Okay. And was it I'm assuming it was pretty tough to find games for that if you go to retail stores, right? They didn't have much of the TurboGrafx because at the time they had Nintendo and Sega Genesis and all that.
That's honestly, that was honestly a problem with that. Nintendo took over the market more than TurboGrafx did, so Nintendo dominated.
Yep. it saved the video game crash though, which is a good thing, you know.
That is true.
So if it wasn't for Super Mario Brothers, and yeah, I think Super Mario Brothers is the one that started it off. You know, we wouldn't be having all the video games that we're having today, which is pretty cool. So I always have to embrace Mario and Nintendo for that, for
Of course.
helping the video game boom, you know, because Atari wasn't doing so well. But hey, we're here now with really cool realistic graphics, and I'm just so amazed. Nice, eat that pizza. And also
Do you
guys.
remember when?
Oh, sorry. Go.
I was gonna say, do you remember when we got PlayStation 1 and we had Tekken? And we were like, oh my god, that looks so amazing.
Oh, dude. Oh, man. Hey, I don't think I showed you this, Leo. So, I don't know if you've seen this.
Oh, we both got gaming chairs.
Yep. You see this on my screen?
Oh my god.
This is the original box that I had when I first got my PlayStation. So, this is so cool.
You know my brother Pember1313?
Yep, I know Pember.
He is the one who's currently holding on to all of our old retro consoles. He has them in a very nice collection.
Oh, for real? Awesome.
Yeah, he shows it off on his streams.
Okay. That's awesome. That's good that
Every
you guys
time I go
don't throw
over,
it away.
Yeah. And sometimes, yeah, we'll stream from the original consoles rather than emulators because, you know, the nostalgia factor.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Desdemona. That was her very first console when she was a little kid.
Oh, the PS1?
Yep.
Nice.
The very same exact one that you just held up.
Oh, man. Dude, I remember, like, my memory of the PS1. I just remember my cousins brought it over to my place. And the first game that we played was like Parappa the Rapper and like Cool Borders.
Oh my god.
And I was just so mind blown with the graphics. I was like, they're 3D?
I remember.
It's crazy.
I remember when my cousins scared me with Resident Evil. Do you remember when you're in the entrance of the mansion and you try to open the door and the dog just sticks his head in?
Oh, dude. I had nightmares.
Don't do that to a kid.
Yeah. Dude, I had nightmares when I would see my cousins play Resident Evil 1 and 2. And I was like, what the freak is this game all about? But now, like the Resident Evil games, especially 2, is now my favorite of the series for the PS1. That game is so cool. Oh, man.
You know what I think was the lowest effort Resident Evil game I've ever played? You ever heard of Resident Evil Dead Aim?
No, I haven't.
I played it and finished it in one sit through, and I wasn't even scared at any point playing the game. I was a kid.
Was it PlayStation 1?
No, I think it was a Wii game. I don't know. Or was it PlayStation 1? I don't remember. I honestly don't remember what console it was on. Maybe it was on Sega Dreamcast. Who knows?
Man, I've never heard of that game. I gotta look it up. Oh my gosh. We are going through a nostalgia trip, guys. This is crazy. Let's see here. I'm gonna read Bandicoot's comment here real quick. Leo, I had a hand Nintendo, but my parents surprised me with a PS1, then the PS2, then PS4 for my birthday. Over the years, I was one of the first kids in my class to have a PS1, and I didn't ask for it. PlayStation fan for life. Let's go. Nice.
Ooh.
Oh man. So what consoles did you have after the turbo graphics, Leo? Retro consoles.
The top loader NES, the front loader NES, Sega Genesis.
Yep.
N64, PS1, PS2 Fat, PS2 Slim.
Yep.
What else?
You have a Dreamcast?
No, I never owned one, and I also never owned a Super Nintendo.
Oh.
I'm very disappointed that I never owned those consoles, but it's thanks to Van Frost that I got a chance to even play consoles like Super Nintendo. Big thank you to Van Frost for introducing me to games like Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past and Super Castlevania 4.
Heck yeah, let's go Van Frost.
And Super Metroid.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because
I would actually, yeah, I would have to go to other people's houses in order to like play some of those games. Like my uncle Papo, um, he was a big SNES fan, and he would play a lot of games like Donkey Kong Country, Clay Fighter, Super Mario World, and all that stuff. And then one of my aunts, Gloria, God rest her soul, she was also a very big gaming fan. She got me into Tetris.
Wow. That's
yes,
awesome.
She's the one who turned me into the Tetris fan that I am today.
Wow, you got a gaming family, dude. That's so dope.
Yeah, everyone in my family, so many people in my family loved gaming.
Yeah.
In fact, my cousin, who's also my godparent, he also introduced us to a lot of old school games.
Wow.
Like when we got NES and Sega Genesis, he would give us a lot of cartridges here and there.
Oh my gosh.
He helped introduce me to a lot of other handheld consoles, like the Game Boy Advances, the PSP era. He got me into that.
Oh man, that is so cool. Yeah, the thing is, like, for me, I had my cousins were my biggest influence to get into video games because just very similar like you, Leo. Like
Also,
I had
my cousins love fighting games.
Yeah. Oh, they do. Nice.
Yeah.
Like we loved a little bit of everything when it came to retro video gaming in like my family and stuff, and we would play like all these like beat 'em ups, puzzle games, shoots, like anything. We're big into wrestling, so we love playing the wrestling games a lot too. And
the one brother of mine who only plays puzzle games with me is Germ. Everybody else, they're open to every other kind of game.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. What was I just gonna say? Yeah. So it's always awesome to have like that, because you feel like you're like I felt like I was by myself a little bit when I started into gaming. Then I realized, like, oh my gosh, my cousins have these systems I've never heard of, because my cousins got me into Super Nintendo. I couldn't have a Super Nintendo because I had a Sega Genesis. Then I would go over to their place and play all these games I've never heard of. That's how I got introduced, like, of course, with like Zelda and like Super Metroid and stuff. Then I remember my dad surprising me, my brother. Yeah. Luncho, what up, Ghoulie? But yeah, I just remember my dad surprised me and my brother with a Super Nintendo, and then that's how I was introduced and stuff. So, man, but that's pretty cool. You had a lot of consoles growing up as a kid. That's cool. I like that. Do you have a favorite?
Favorite console. Oh my god, let's see.
It can be multiple too. It doesn't have to just be one.
PSP has a very special place in my heart because I did so much with that over the years. Even in terms of homebrew, and that was able to connect me to a lot of different emulators and gaming libraries. So PSP was actually one of those consoles that I look at it and it's like the bridge to retro gaming.
Oh man, I've always seen stuff about that. At the time, I think, yeah, one of my friends had a homebrewed PSP, and I was like, man, wouldn't this be sweet? Because he would tell me, he's like, man, you can take this on the go. I can play Mario, I can play Sonic, I can play all these games. And PSP is definitely underrated. Would you say, Leo? As a handheld?
Totally, especially if you had a homebrewed first generation PSP 1000. Okay, that thing had an IR blaster built into it.
Ooh, what's that? I don't know what that is.
So it means it was capable of infrared, just like a TV remote. So in theory, if you had the right program, you could turn your PSP into a universal remote.
What?
And I had such a program. It was called IR Shell. So once upon a time, in Times Square, there were stores like Virgin Megastore and Nintendo World. Yeah. And there were these gaming kiosks, like the ones from Virgin Megastore had Xbox, and people were playing Halo.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, I decided to turn off some of the kiosks to free up the line, and then I turned it back on just so me and my friends could play. And then in Nintendo World, me and my friends used to do the very same exact thing to play Smash Bros. Melee at the time. I know it was a little mischievous, you know, teenagers do certain things.
Oh, man.
It was funny. One of the Nintendo workers almost caught me doing it, but I immediately switched over to a Game Boy Advance emulator playing Kirby on a PSP. The irony.
And they see your PSP, they're just like, wait a minute.
Playing Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland.
Yeah, that's a PSP. Oh. Why is he playing a Nintendo game on it? Oh, don't mind me.
Don't mind me, I'm just playing emulators. That's all I said. Is that not allowed in this store?
Oh, man. Probably if you were in Japan, they would probably get really mad.
Maybe.
Yeah. They're like, Sony, what are you doing here?
They'll be like, hacker! From the enemy side.
I know they wouldn't like it. Oh, man. Man, let's see. What else do I got for you? Oh. So, do you, when you're a kid...
basically they'll look like, they'll probably see it as, oh, Nintendo's doing an inside job.
He's part of it.
Yeah.
He's part of their crew.
Or Sony's doing an inside job on Nintendo.
Yeah.
Why is Nintendo so strict with their laws? Come on. They're shutting down YouTubers for having ASMR channels with the music.
Oh, really? I didn't know about that. What?
Yeah, but some of them are actually winning their battles against Nintendo in their lawsuits. So,
yeah. Okay, that's good.
That's a win for music streamers.
So they've been doing that recently?
Mm-hmm.
What? Come on,
Nintendo is very tight on their copyright laws.
Oh.
I love Nintendo, don't get me wrong, but they could be a little less harsh.
Yeah. It reminds me of just how Disney is sometimes, you know, because Disney really, really has strict rules. Because as for me as a designer, the first thing that they told me in college, do not do anything related to Disney in your art, because they're gonna come right after you. It doesn't matter if you're big or, I mean, if you're small, they'll eventually find you and they're gonna tell you to take it down, or they're gonna file like a lawsuit against you. That was like the biggest thing they told us. So that kind of reminds me of like Nintendo a lot when you're just
they're very serious about protecting their IP, I guess.
Yeah, you know, totally understandable if it's
I get it
like that. Yeah,
I get it. It can be harsh at times, but I get it.
Same. But you know, I feel like content creators are, you know, not doing so much harm with just doing that, because, you know, they're big fans of it, and of course, you know, they're
if anything, the content creators bring more attention to companies that produce the content in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, that inspires what, you know, the other content creators make.
Yeah, and you know, most of us here like play a lot of Nintendo stuff on stream, and we talk about it a lot because, you know, of course, like I mentioned to you like earlier, that it saved the video game crash, and we're very like grateful for them. That's why like Nintendo, you know, I don't know, they could be the superior ones.
All the Disney inspired crossover fan. Anything with Kingdom Hearts art.
Oh yeah. It's it's a legal thing, sadly, but yeah, Nintendo's policies are weird, strict. Yep. Yeah, unfortunately, that's what we live in a world like that.
And if these rules weren't set up, do you know how many companies would copy their stuff?
Oh yeah,
get away with it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Have you seen how many companies out there have made copied versions of different games out there? You could find on Google Play Store, for example.
Do you remember Leo Flappy Bird?
Yes.
Yeah, and everybody's like, "Whoa, is this a Nintendo mobile game?" And the developer, he made a lot of he got a lot of publicity out of that, but Nintendo got him really good, and he actually didn't want to develop any more games anymore. It was cool, it was original and stuff. The thing is, like, everybody thought it was a Nintendo game, and the thing is, like, because they saw the Mario pipes on there, and they're just like, yo, this has to be a Nintendo game. And if he
that's what actually drew appeal to it. I guess if he used his own graphics, tweaked it a little bit, you know, it's fine to copy some homework, but don't copy the whole thing.
Yeah, he just didn't.
I don't mind that.
He shouldn't have put the Mario pipes in there. That's it. If he put other platform things and just designed it something different, then it would have been it. But I thought, for me, I thought it was like a Nintendo game when it first came. I was like, whoa, this is pretty cool. Look at it, it has Mario pipes in there. So yeah, but now you see that like in Dave and Buster's, like very similar like that, and you can play it, which is crazy.
A big oversized one, right?
Yep. I think
I've seen what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys seen it on chat with all that. It's pretty cool. But I didn't say hi to everybody here. So Synergy, what up? Gulavarv, thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you for the shout out.
Yeah, and also too.
Let's give Gulavarv a shout out instead.
Yeah, I know. Mod love out to Ghoulie. Yeah, guys, if you have any questions for Leo, feel free to ask him about anything retro.
Fellow artist right here.
Yeah, PC. Let's see here. Big shout out. Got you. Let's see here.
Oh. So, I know, let me see. Here's a little bit more about myself. I actually know a lot more about PC than I even could have possibly imagined. Like, I troubleshoot things. I don't look at guides, and I'm like, oh, that's what's wrong. I figure it out like right away.
Wow, man, that's a talent to have, and I appreciate people that are able to like really get their hands dirty. I believe me and you were talking about this last night, and like if you're really taking care of something and you know putting a lot into it, it just really helps you develop that knowledge. You know that knowledge that you have, just like making stuff, building stuff. And whenever you talk about it on stream or post it on social media,
that stuff is very important knowledge. I mean, think about it this way, guys. If you're paying people for these skills, you're gonna pay a lot of money out of your pocket, because when it comes to repair, you're not just paying for the parts, you're paying for the labor. Think about it that way, and it could get a little, you know, it could take a while, depending on how tough it is to come apart across parts. And you know, different factors, how much time is being taken into consideration. But I mean, the things are actually easy to learn. If I have to be honest, a lot of what I learned was just through reading.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, just reading the manuals and reading the diagrams and just understanding a lot of it. If I have to be honest, if you're looking at the motherboard, a lot of what the connectors are is already printed right by it, so it explains what it is.
Yeah. And
the connector cables for whatever things, for like the fans or the RGB, they tell you what they are.
And yeah, that's really good to have. Whatever you know what they put in front of you, the instructions, and that's kind of like your part to like figure out. Okay, I have this now. Maybe I can figure something out. I'm like, oh yeah, I can put this in there. I can maybe definitely do it a lot better. It's always nice to have that guide, but at the same time, you start doing your own thing with it, which is pretty cool. And the biggest thing and what I really like about you, Leo, is you're very passionate when it comes to like PC building and telling your community about like, you know, what I did for this and that, and you do it on social media too. That's the biggest thing to never forget, is like your passion for that. And I remember you were able to find something for a job that you're able to, you know, share your knowledge to the world and help people out with that. So I just have to say, dude, keep it up. I really like, even though I'm not very knowledgeable when it comes to PCs, I just really like hearing people loving what they're doing. So pretty cool.
I'm not gonna change that at all.
Yeah, never change that. It's the, you know, in life, dude, it's just, you gotta do what you love to do, you know, and you're big into PCs, so keep doing that.
I'm totally gonna do what makes me happy.
And it's great for you know, everybody's like mental health, just to do things that you love. You know, we'll always have setbacks, we're human beings, but at the end of the day, if you're doing something that you love and you're just doing it, you really do forget about all those things that you that's going through your mind and stuff. And I feel like,
yo, Sydney.
Yeah. Yo, Sydney, what up? And I'm sure you attest to this, Leo. Like, we could talk about the community. The community has really, you know, helped us a lot, too.
Oh yeah, the community is extremely supportive.
The support. And yeah, how long have you been streaming on Twitch?
About 2.5 years, I guess. Yeah, maybe about 2.5 years, something like that.
Okay, so you started during the pandemic, right? Okay. Yep. Cool. Me too. What did you start off with? Did you just start playing retro video games, or did you like build PCs? What did you do?
Yeah, I
first?
started playing some retro games here and there. Retro Arc, so I was just using that as an emulator front end to play different emulator cores. So I had a collection of games that I already own, but downloaded as ROMs.
Yep.
So, you know, I wouldn't cross that gray line between what's legal or not.
Yep. Yeah, that's the same thing too. Everything that, like, if I can't play it on my console because it's too hard to like hook up, or I don't have the right parts for it, I usually just pay through a ROM, but I own it.
Sydney, that's funny. I thought about that at one point.
Hey, branding. Hey, Leo, branding. Take that. LTT, Leonidas Tech Tips. you should have it as one of your on your stream.
Yeah, because there's already Linus Tech Tips out there though, so I can't take LTT. He's already trademarked that. So.
Ah, bummer. Let's see. We'll think of another name for you.
It'll come to me eventually.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, another thing. If you want to learn a little bit more about these things, definitely follow some tech YouTubers. They update their stuff a lot.
Oh yeah.
You learn about new parts very often. So almost on a daily basis. You got people who are tech journalists, and they'll tell you, you know, how it really is. So you don't make the mistake of buying something crappy.
Yeah.
And that's been very important. Tech journalism should be a little more looked into.
Yep. YouTube is your best friend, everybody, so take advantage of that. Or if you want to go more in depth, I don't know if you heard about this, Leo, but I have it for my work. It's called Skillshare. And I've been learning a lot about just like, for example, like marketing and branding. They do have a lot of tech tips. They have a little bit of everything there. They even have streaming tips too, which is super cool.
That's pretty awesome.
And
oh my god,
what's up?
I can't believe I'm about to say this. Have you guys ever considered using Twitch as a reference on your resume for your work reference?
Oh,
because I have, and it really helped me out.
Yeah, that is so cool because, you know, here's the thing about Twitch and everybody that's on here that streams. You guys got to think of yourself as entrepreneurs on here, because, you know, we're providing content. You're making, you're collaborating with other people around the world like if you say like, hey, I need music, hey, I need graphics and like that, you're considered like, you know, your own like business person over here. And we fill out taxes here because if you're affiliate and, you know, they give you the bits, you know, we have to fill that out. So we're our own entity when we're going in here. And Leo is 100% right. So if you're providing content that's maybe you want to get into something like a esports event or something like that related to content creating, you can definitely
Well, who knows? Maybe you want to be doing charities and fundraising, and that's what you're about on your Twitch. Yeah, that's very great to put on your resume.
Yeah, that's a really good thing. I'm glad we're really talking about this a lot because, yeah, you guys are passionate about this. You never know what will happen, which is cool. This is why I love having chats like this and get to know people and just see. We're just like spinning something off, me and Leo, together about like Twitch and streaming, which is so cool. What would you say, Leo, is your favorite part about streaming on Twitch?
I would say capturing very memorable moments that I could just look back on. You know, like that's one of my favorite things. You're doing things off stream. Yeah, maybe you could recall things, but being able to look back on them is actually pretty awesome.
Oh, I know. So many memories. I would say just streaming, like me and you, 2.5 years. And this will definitely be a memory for me once this podcast is done with. I'm just like, man, that was such a great conversation with Leo and stuff. But yeah, do you normally save your VODs?
Yeah, I do.
Yep, me too.
And I'd say another thing that I love about Twitch is the community building that I've been doing over the years. Reaching out and connecting with other communities, getting to know each other, you know.
Oh yeah,
that's
dude.
been one of the best aspects of Twitch, as opposed to, I've seen some people here and there who actually take it to a whole competitive aspect, and I'm like, stop treating your viewers like they're your property.
Yeah, dude, I 100% agree, you know, because once you find, because, you know, of course, when you stream, you're gonna find, you know, no one's gonna be there to really, like, you'll have people that like you, people that don't like you, you know, but you'll always find the real ones. And remember, guys, to always stick with them. Like, you know, me and Leo, we've been friends here, you know, virtually for like 2.5 years, which is crazy. It's like going up to 3 years. And the reason, like, I love going into your streams, Leo, is just you're freaking like just genuine. You're just, you know, just loving the games that you're playing. You're, you know, just hanging out with your community and just like vibing out. And I just, like, that's my favorite part of going into your streams, is just having conversations with you and just seeing a smile on your face when you're playing all these like retro video games back. And I was just like, man, that makes me really happy. So, and I appreciate you that. I appreciate you, Leo, for being just an amazing human being and content creator on here.
Bro, I appreciate you.
Nope, not you, dude. You know, I got my not you reverse card. I don't know if you see that.
Touche.
Yeah.
Touche, bro.
I got you. Oh, man. What else do I have for you? Oh, so speaking of retro video games, when you're a kid, did you have a favorite video game character that was like your hero growing up that you really like loved and enjoy?
Yeah, I would have to say Link.
Link? Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, because I used to play Legend of Zelda a lot as a kid. And yeah, I mean, the silent hero type.
I know, right? I just noticed, yeah, he still doesn't
cool,
talk.
and he was always solving puzzles, and I loved puzzle games as a kid.
Yeah.
Link was just a freaking genius.
Oh, man. Is what was your first Zelda game that you played and beat?
NES.
NES? Okay, the
The
original
very
one.
first one, Legend of Zelda. Yeah.
Nice. I recently beat that game in 2020. It was my first time beating that game, and you know what? I had a lot of fun. I never gave it a chance because A Link to the Past was my first one. So being able to
I'm
play
not
that
gonna
on
lie,
stream, it was fun.
I needed my older brother's help a little bit. We were both like switching back and forth, you know, like game overs here and there, trying to see how far we could get.
Yeah, you didn't have like a map or anything like they have in the newer games. Like
No, you could pause and you had a map.
oh, like up there, right? Like
Yeah, you don't
on
have
the-
an on-screen map. You just have to pause in order to look at it.
Mm-hmm. But still, it was a little bit difficult to get around with that game. For me, I actually had to download a map. But don't worry, guys. I didn't have all the treasures or anything. I just had the map.
The most difficult Zelda game has to be the one that follows right after Zelda 2: The Adventures of Link.
Okay, so I've never played that game. A lot of the peeps have told me that they dislike it. So what are your thoughts? Do you like the game?
It's a very good challenge. I actually enjoyed it.
Oh, okay. Nice.
After a while, after I learned the mechanics, I actually started to enjoy the game.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's something that, man, I want to dabble
be
into.
warned, the very start of it is gonna be a little harsh,
Oh.
but you get into it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a level up system. My recommendation is level up, max out your attack, just deal some heavy damage throughout the beginning.
Ooh, nice tips there. Nice tips. So if you guys want to play Legend of Zelda 2, go definitely listen to Leo's tips. Nice. All right, Leo, we got to talk about this too. Metroid. Let's go. The reason, guys, I wanted to play Metroid Dread is because of Leo. I watched his playthrough of it when it first came out, and I was just like, man, I'm definitely getting this game. I don't want to wait. Cause for me, I wanted to do them in order. Like I beat Metroid, Super Metroid. I skipped out on Metroid 2 and Fusion. And so I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna start right over there because I really want to. And it was
You
just
have to play Fusion. You definitely have to play Fusion.
Oh,
I
dude.
gotta tell you,
Dude.
that game is incredible.
I'm just gonna tell you that it won the poll on my Discord. So I'm playing that tonight. Yeah, dude.
Yes.
Yep. So Fusion will be tonight, but dude,
I'm tuning into that one, definitely.
yeah. So Leo here, guys, he's a really awesome Metroid streamer here for me personally, because I watched him speedrun Super Metroid in like 1 hour when I was on his stream while I was like cooking and stuff, and I had Leo in the background. I just saw him like, well, he's already there.
Oh, I think it might have been Metroid Zero Mission. That one I beat in like 45 minutes.
45
Super
minutes.
Metroid,
Was it 2
Super
hours?
Metroid, it took me longer.
Okay.
Yeah, it took me about an hour and a half for Metroid. Super
Okay.
Metroid.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah. So, yeah, let me know about your love for the Metroid series, dude. How'd you get into it?
My cousin.
Yeah.
Definitely my cousin. And not only my cousin, but also Van Frost here in the chat.
Nice.
Because, you know, next door neighbor, he had the game. And he had a Super Nintendo. So like when we would hang out and we would, you know, play retro games, that was one of the games that definitely caught my attention. And you know, Space Bounty Hunter, being able to shoot at aliens, get powered up beams and all that stuff. It was an incredible concept. And I was like, wait, this reminds me of Castlevania, but in space.
Right?
I'm like more maneuverability. You could do more. I'm like, wait, this is awesome.
Mm-hmm. That's...
So that's what got me into the whole genre. And then my cousin had the game. I would always like come through and play. And then eventually I played the Game Boy versions of it. Like I think there was a Metroid 2 for Game Boy.
Yep. Did you beat that one?
Yep, I did.
Okay, cool. I have it on my collection, but I've yet to play it. So maybe when I beat Fusion, I'll play Metroid too.
That one's an interesting game. I liked it.
You did? Okay, cool. Man. Yeah,
you get introduced to some abilities you just don't see in other games, like the spider ball.
The spider ball, they have a spider ball in Metroid too, did you say?
Yeah, it allows you to pretty much use the morph ball to like crawl along the walls, even the ceilings.
Whoa, okay. Nice. I hope they if they ever make a very similar Metroid Dread game again, that'd be so cool. If they incorporate like a lot of the stuff. I'm sure what kind of references when you're playing the Metroid game?
They kind of made they already made a 3DS remake of it.
Of Metroid 2?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know about that.
An official one.
I never had a 3DS. That's the thing.
It's totally worth owning.
Oh man.
One of the handheld consoles you want to definitely have in your collection. I would say just go for the new 2DS XL. It's the best one out of all of them.
Yeah, I've been missing out.
The 3D is just a gimmick. You don't really need the 3D effect.
I've been missing out of all the games that have been on, like Metroid, the Zelda games, the Pokemon games especially. Dang, I need to catch up. I just switched. I just like no pun intended, but I switched to the Nintendo Switch just right after. So GameCube, then Switch. So I missed out a lot because I was a PlayStation kid growing up, so I was addicted to it.
The Wii U. You know what? The Wii was pretty awesome.
It was, man. When it came out,
really
I was like, whoa! Got the sticks. Playing the Wii Sports. That was my favorite one. Was playing the bowling one, and I was like,
that console was one of the biggest goats.
Yeah, a lot of great games for it too. And I need to find that at a retro video game store. Because it's funny, I do have Wii games, I just don't have the console. Just need to get them. Just need to find them, and it's a reasonable price to get. So need to complete my collection of Nintendo consoles. You know.
I would say check some thrift stores. Sorry, hold on.
Oh, no worries. Consume that pizza.
Alright. Try to check some local thrift stores and see if any of them might have a Switch. A Wii, by any chance. I actually found one at a local thrift store in my neighborhood. Surprisingly, with everything in it, like in the box for like about $90.
Whoa. That is a good price for it.
And it had some games included.
My favorite one on the Wii, I like Kirby. Was that Kirby Yarn game? It's really fun. Have you ever played that?
Epic Yarn. Yeah.
Yep. Epic Yarn. Yep.
That was a fun game.
So many classics.
Let's see. I would say I used to play Super Smash Bros. Brawl a lot.
Ooh. That was...
Well, besides Brawl, there was also Melee. I ended up loading up a lot of GameCube games on the Wii. Because the GameCube... The Wii acted as a GameCube as well.
Oh yeah, you can play GameCube games on there. Nice. I'm just a little bit sad because the GameCube, like... I want to buy games for it, but now like retro video games overprice the games. Like they like price the games to like at least $150 to $200 now. I get it. The discs are different. They're smaller. Not a lot of them are manufactured. But I'm like, man, when these were like only like $60 at the time. So my GameCube collection's very small.
Yeah, do you remember when games used to be like $40 or $50?
Yep.
What happened to that?
They just got their hands on it, and they're just like, limited edition collection or something, and which is really not. And I get just really upset with the part where they... You know, why is it costing $200 when everything on the physical is all scratched up in really bad condition? You know? And I'm just like, I'm gonna pay $200 for this scratched up edition of this like game.
I mean,
crazy.
There is one thing that we gotta go ahead and take into consideration. When it comes to retro games, they had one shot to make a game that didn't have problems, that played fluidly. Because they couldn't update or patch those games. And they did deliver on that. We had completed games. What we have nowadays, unfortunately, is a lot of games that are incomplete. They're released incomplete. We have to wait for patches. We have to wait for updates. We have to wait for features to get added. And it's a sad state in gaming, if I have to be honest.
Yeah. And that's what I really liked about these days now. And
I miss Greatest Hits. Thanks for bringing that up, Odd Bandicoot.
Oh my gosh, I remember buying the physical copy of
Best
games under.
bang for your buck.
Oh, those were freaking great deals. Do they still have Greatest Hits on like PS4, PS5? They don't, right?
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been a while since I've bought any physical copies.
Yeah. I don't remember. Because I remember PS1 were green for the Greatest Hits, and PS2 were red.
Red.
What was PS3? Were they red too? Trying to think of how many Greatest Hits PS3 games. I don't think there were anymore after that. No. Just looking at my PS3 collections over there, no Greatest Hits. Maybe it's just now they just put it to $20 now. Yeah, if you have a PS Plus, you get a steeper discount. Oh, okay. I don't have a PS Plus.
Oh, they were red on PS3.
Red? Oh, okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Now I remember because I had a copy of Metal Gear Solid 4 that was the Greatest Hits.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe I'm just looking at these right now. Oh, okay. Man.
Yeah, apparently PS4 games also get the red accent.
Oh, they do too? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
they still have the greatest
red.
hits. The greatest hits. Not gonna lie, I didn't like the green in PlayStation 1. That's just me personally. I thought it was ugly.
Too bright.
I like the black ones. I was just like, oh man, do I have to get the greatest hits one with the green? But now, you know, because those are rare to get. Like if you have like the one with just the original one with no greatest hits, that's pretty cool.
Me and my brothers have an original copy of Castlevania Symphony of the Night that isn't a greatest hits.
What? Dude, that's all I see is those Castlevania game with the greatest hits. But if you have the black one, dude, that's dope. Nice.
Yep. Actually, it's more of a really dark green.
Is it? Nice. I remember the
something
green
like that.
Spyro, the dragon. Nice, 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 nice. Spyro games are a little bit expensive these days. I recently went to the retro video game, so the original ones, they're going up for maybe still like $60 or $70 to get all the Spyro games. Unless it's the green one, the greatest hits, then they usually put it to the $20 to $30. With a few discs lying around still. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. Man.
I was gonna say, there was this NES game called Bionic Commando. I don't know if Vamp Frost recalls the actual physical cartridge we had of that game. It was one of my favorite NES games of all time.
Never heard of that game before. I'll definitely have to check it out.
I don't know if he recalls the time my mom smashed that cartridge with a hammer.
Why? What happened? What'd you do, Leo?
Me and my siblings decided we just didn't want to go to church that Sunday.
Whoa. Man. So that's your punishment. You don't go to church. She's got the hammer. And she's gonna smash one of your favorite Nintendo games into pieces. Whoa!
Years later, we saw an eBay listing of what the game was worth. We showed it to my mom. She looked in shock and disbelief, and she just apologized to us.
Mom, look what you did.
Because, okay, not too long after that, not too long after we got the Nintendo 64, my mom got really into Mario Party.
Oh, nice.
So my mom did understand the joy of gaming. So after that, she got into other games too. But Mario Party was like her big introduction to really fun gaming.
Does she still play Mario Party with you guys on the newer consoles like the Switch?
No, on the old one, because we kept the original N64 and the original cartridge.
Ah, I see. They just
And
added the
original
Mario Party games onto the Switch Online store. So
they added a few different ones.
yeah, they 1, 2, and 3 are in there.
We got choices. That's nice.
So that's good that the Nintendo expansion pack, they're adding a lot of N64 titles. I can't wait till they add GoldenEye 64. That's a game that I grew up. I didn't own an N64, but whenever I would go over to like a childhood friend's house, I would play GoldenEye with them. So that was like my first introduction to like, you know,
I forgot to check. Does
shooters like that.
N64 library have Turok Dinosaur Hunter?
They don't, but they do sell it separately. I believe it includes like Turok 1 and 2, so they do sell it. That's another classic.
Okay, those games are a classic. If you guys haven't played them.
Yeah, Turok the Dinosaur Hunter. Yeah. Do you remember the Muppets Party game? My family friends had it on the original. Yeah, no, I'm not familiar with that. Are you familiar with that, Leo?
I'm not actually.
Oh.
And I'm familiar with a lot of interesting games that people haven't heard of, like Pepsi Man, for example.
Dude, Pepsi Man, that's a PlayStation 1 title.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. What are other games?
I'm glad you know it.
Yep. I remember seeing that on the Toys R Us ads on the like whenever my parents would get the newspaper, and I was like
very serious about that game.
Pepsi Man. So they made it with that. Remember the Sprite logo, or is it 7-Up? Spot. He had his own video game. Do you remember that, Leo?
I don't recall.
Yeah, 7-Up actually had its own video game on Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. So these soda pop companies were making their own video games, which is pretty cool. It's actually a classic. It's a very classic game.
Around the time that my family finally started getting access to a computer was the time that we all had America Online.
Oh, yep.
There was also some games that you would get, CDs in cereal boxes, like from Captain Crunch. They had the little, was it Captain Crunch?
Yeah,
there was these little crazy furball guys.
Oh, dude. That's bringing me back memories. The cereals, and you would get those like disc, just like to get like internet access, and they give you what did they give you, like maybe like 2 or 3 days of internet access. You install it, you get like 400, 500 hours of AOL.
Yes, Ghoulie knows the best cereal game.
Oh my god.
Yo, Ghoulie, what if I told you my brother Pember 1313 still has access to that game?
What? Wait, do you guys still have the CD?
Yeah, I think we do.
Yo, dude, if you got to show me pictures on your Discord, man.
Bro,
of those.
One of these days I'm gonna do an IRL stream and I'm gonna look at the collection that my brother has in his room. Dude. The gaming room, pretty much.
Dude, yeah, you definitely gotta show me if you're gonna be streaming that too. Let's go. That'd be awesome. Oh man, dude. Do you remember when you're like a teenager and stuff, and you're just like go on the internet, and somebody would pick up the phone, and like the internet would just go off. If you're like, let's just say you're chatting or you're playing like an online game, like through like the Flash, and just like, no, what are you doing?
That happened way too often.
Oh man.
We knew what patience truly was back then.
Yep. And you had strict internet times when you were gonna use it, because I remember my parents telling me, okay, you can use the internet for 2 hours, then because they need to make phone calls and everything, no cell phones or anything.
You had to make a little plan on how to do that.
Yeah, and I remember like, you know, you have siblings, and I'm sure you guys fought and stuff.
I like playing a lot of online flash games, like from Newgrounds or Mini Clips.
Yo, let's go Newgrounds, man. So, I don't know if you had this, Leo, when you're growing up as a kid. I don't know if you ever like made any of your brothers or your sister mad. But I just remember like we wanted to get the internet and stuff, and it's like my brother's like, I'm up next. No, let me do this for a little bit. No, I need next. He would get the phone. He would get the cordless phone, put it right in my face. Don't let me do it. I'm like, you son of a biscuit. Don't even think about it. Don't let me do it. And he just starts to be like, you better let me use the internet. Sometimes he would like shut it off, and I'm like, you son of a biscuit.
That's so mean.
I know.
That was some funny trolling, though.
Yeah. I don't know if you ever had that with your siblings or anything.
Nah.
Okay, that's good.
I would get a little impatient about taking turns, so I got myself some handheld consoles.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. I've never had handheld consoles, which I wish I had. Maybe I wouldn't be so grumpy or anything if I had handheld consoles, because I got it really late, like year 2002. No, year 2000's like when me and my brother got the Pokemon Yellow edition, but we had to share that, and I think that saved us from the internet stuff that was going on. Keeping us occupied.
Me and my older brother used to play Pokemon Blue and Red back and forth, like taking turns with the console, because we would actually find some interesting stuff in the game. Like we found missing number.
Yep, that's the same thing with me and my brother. We would take turns with Pokemon Yellow and Gold. Normally I would just like to level up, and my brother, he would beat the story and stuff, level up, and for me catching some of the Pokemon for him to complete the Pokedex. And yeah, my brother completed it. The reason why when I do Poke Mondays is for me now to complete the whole story, because I've never had a chance with any of the Pokemon games, which I'm loving. I love freaking Pokemon. Bandicoot says, if I'm not on console, I'd be playing online. Now I'm not able to play games online due to tech issues, but I do play games through apps. Okay, cool. Remember the themed handhelds with Disney and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games? The music was so annoying. Wait a minute. What are those again, Leo? Those handhelds with the themes. I forgot the name.
I remember those. There was like some Bandai
Yeah.
ones. There were a lot of different ones. I used to love playing like the Batman ones.
Oh man, I remember having a Street Fighter.
There was one with the mask. You remember like with Jim Carrey, you know, the mask, green face and everything. Yeah, guys, those are some pretty awesome ones. Especially the mask one was one of my favorite ones, and I'm gonna tell you why. You had cartridges you could swap out for different ones.
Oh, I didn't even know about that. That's so cool.
So you were able to play multiple different games.
Ah, nice. I think they were called Tiger. The company?
Tiger, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, the company that produced all of these like theme ones, which was pretty cool, because it wasn't just like video game related. Like you mentioned, they had movies, they had TVs, they had cartoons, they had a little bit of everything, and those are actually coming back. What's up?
Do you remember Hip Clips?
I'm trying to remember.
You would swap out the little cartridges, and then they would have music packed into them.
No, I don't think I grew up to that. I don't remember seeing it. You got to send me a picture of it on Discord or something, or a link.
Let me see.
I gotta check it out. Yeah, I didn't know you could do that. So funny, right? I was aware, but I've never had a hit clip. Oh, nice. What else? Like mini consoles that they had, like Remember the Tamagotchis? What are they called?
Oh my
Those
god, yes.
Those were so cool. Everybody had them, like during like the late 90s or something, and they would have clips of their Tamagotchis.
Oh, hit clip. That's why, because it would play music that was like hits.
Okay, let me.
That's right.
I'm gonna Google this real quick because I want to look at that hit clip. Let me see this real quick. Huh. I've never seen this before in my life. Was this like... Oh shoot, they have NSYNC on here. Let's go.
Yeah, they have a lot of different...
Before iPods, guys.
Yep. These were before iPods.
Oh man. These are so cool. And they're like, I feel like they're slowly coming back into making these types of things just for collectibles now.
For nostalgia factor, you know?
Mm-hmm. Because that'd be cool if they had, like, if they made that with newer songs, you know? Like, hey, you can listen to Zed or listen to Taylor Swift on it. I don't know, something like that. Damn it. Oh, also, Leo, I forgot to mention too. I remember first talking to you, like, on your streams. You're big into EDM, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember you posting on my Discord, like, with all these, one of your favorite DJs and whatnot. Did you go to any festivals before the pandemic or anything? EDM?
It's been a while since I've gone to any festivals. I would say close to a decade before the pandemic even hit anyway. So I would say like I would say close to like late 20, I'd say close to 2020, 2007, or like anywhere between that year to like 2010 were my party years, and after that I just I stopped going to parties.
Yep. Did you? Cause what do you guys have over there? You have Electric Zoo, right?
We get whatever comes to New York.
Yeah. I think Electric Zoo is your biggest festival over there.
Yeah, Electric Daisy Carnival as well.
There was an EDC in New York?
I've seen it in New York at some point.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I see some of these festivals happen in places like Rikers Island.
Yep. Nice. Yeah, I still go to festivals. It's one of my favorite, just to get introduced to DJs. But I remember going to the local ones too, when they weren't kind of big or anything. Do you know Above and Beyond?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I remember watching them in just like this small venue here around my area, and yeah, it was free to get in, and they were just starting up, and now they've blown up to this phenomenon as like these DJs, and it's so cool to see something like that.
They're pretty awesome. Isn't Sun and Moon one of their songs?
Yep, Sun and Moon.
Yep. Yeah, I love that song.
Yep, that's a good one. I like their orchestra one. I don't know if you've heard of their orchestra album. Man, that's so relaxing to listen to. It's one of the best.
Oh, d-Rad, I wanted to show you something.
Yeah, what's up?
I was holding off on this until after the podcast is over.
Okay.
Another PC upgrade. I'm addicted to upgrading my PC, guys. I can't stop it.
No, that's good. Keep doing it, man. Like I told you, you're very passionate at what you do. You're learning every day when you build a PC, and that's so cool to just keep gaining knowledge from that. I appreciate that a lot. So that's cool. You said you're going to be doing that right after the stream, right? Making more.
That is
PC.
correct.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Awesome.
Swapping out the motherboard is going to be a little tough, but I have to do it.
Yeah. You got this. You got this. All right, Leo, I got a couple questions for you before we head out. So, I always ask peeps this. What are you most passionate about in life?
What am I most passionate about?
What
Honestly,
keeps you your drive going?
Honestly, technology is one of the main things that actually keeps me going because I am always fascinated by it and how it constantly just advances really fast.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as technology is involved, that's one of the passions for me. One of the other passions is actually just being a genuinely good person as I keep going along, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Just be good and don't expect things back from others. Do things without expectations.
Yep.
And just be a genuinely good person. These are the things that drive me.
Mm-hmm. And I could definitely see that within you. Just whenever I see your social posts or whenever I'm on your Discord, you always that's what I like about you a lot. You're just very encouraging towards others to not give up on like what you want to do in your life, and just spreading that POP like I always do, that power of positivity. You do that as well, Leo, and I always appreciate you whenever I get to stop in your streams and you simply just saying like, hi, how are you doing, give me a shout out and stuff, because you never have to do that, but you always do that and always say those kind words. And just not for me, but I'm sure everybody on here sees that within you too, dude. So
I just try to be my genuine self. I don't try to be what I'm not. I don't try to push things too hard. I just, what you see is what you get.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Awesome. And also, one more question, Leo. This is the hard-hitting one. And I know, like, there's some peeps that they're just like, oh, come on, man, I can't answer this. But you can. If there's one video game in the whole world that you can play forever, because, replay value, graphics, music, or anything, what would that one video game be? I know, this is a pretty tough one, but you got this.
I'm gonna have to give it to Castlevania Symphony of the Night. You guys see me playing it all the time, and then that game also has randomizers, so it does get random and interesting. So let's go with that.
Castlevania, let's go. Why is that? Why is that? Why do you love it so much?
It basically is one of the games that defined the genre of Metroidvania. A lot of games try to be like it, but aren't quite as good.
Mm-hmm.
Because when it comes to the point of being original, right?
Mm-hmm.
That game went on a whole different approach. So, I don't know if you remember how classic Castlevania games were played.
Mm-hmm.
You had a whip. You would aim diagonally or up, down. All right, so forward, diagonally, or up. That's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
You're just jumping from one platform to another, trying to dodge enemies. You have like a bit of a life bar that's, it's like you got to pick up items in order to recover your life bar. But Castlevania Symphony of the Night added a leveling up system.
Mm-hmm.
They added a menu that you could select different items, different armor, different gear, different weapons to use, different shields.
Mm-hmm.
You could actually equip items to heal yourself and things of the sort. Restore your mana. Oh yeah, they added mana, so you could use spells, and the way you would actually activate some of the spells reminded me of like functions you would do in fighting games, like Hadoukens and things like that.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I've never played a Castlevania game before in my life, so I do have it.
A-Games was streaming one recently, one of the really old school ones.
Yeah, I recently got the Castlevania collections on my Nintendo Switch, and just because of what I've seen A-Games and you, I actually got like inspired to like get those games, because this is what I love about Twitch. There's games I've never heard about before, or I've heard about them, I just never gave it a chance to play. And like you guys, you play those a lot on your stream, and that gets me going like, man, I want to get this. And, you know, I waited for the sale to go a little bit down, and I got that. And that's what I really, really, really like about this on stream. So thank you, Leo, for all those recommendations of those games whenever you play them, because I do put them on my wish list, and I eventually do download them, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna play this on stream one day.
Oh, so. Odd Bandicoot just brought up my cat.
Hey,
should we bring Mao
to
the chat? Hold on, Des, if you're listening, let's get Mao in the room.
Yep, we have a special guest, everybody, that's coming up. Let's go. What's your kitty's name again?
His name is Mao. It's spelled M-A-O.
M-A-O. Mao. Oh, let's go.
You know, sometimes cats make that sound.
Mao.
Meow.
Meow. Meow.
And then his middle name is Ferguson, spelled like this.
Mao Ferguson? What the? That's so adorable, dude.
Let's see. I think Des is getting him right now.
Okay. Heck yeah. Special guest on Luncho with a friend, though.
Oh yes, he's here. Let me go ahead and turn off the blur on the camera so we could see him a little more clearly.
Oh, look at that. Mao. Mao. All right, I got a question for Mao.
What is the question?
What's your favorite food to eat?
Let's see. He loves salmon. He loves ham. He loves turkey. He loves his crunchy food too, but he doesn't like chicken for some odd reason.
Okay. Chicken. It's okay, Mao. Those are good foods.
He'll even eat beef-based things, but he just doesn't like chicken.
Oh, that's so adorable. How old are you, Mao?
He is about, let's say, 1.5 years old at this point. He's gonna be 2 years old on May 25, which is like 10 days after my birthday.
Ooh, let's go.
He also shares the same birthday as my nephew.
Oh, he does? Okay.
They were born on the same exact day.
Ooh, that's so adorable. Let's see.
Yeah, he's a little baby.
Oh, look at that. Are you gonna be a future streamer here, Mao? I know you make appearances on Leo's stream.
He's gonna steal everyone's hearts.
Yeah. Do you have a kitty cam for Mao?
I don't, unfortunately. I might set one up for him eventually.
Okay. Nice. Dude, everybody's loving Mao right now on the chat. Hey, A-Chef is here. What up, dude?
A-Chef, what's up?
Yeah, thank you for coming in and hanging out.
They added a special guest feature so we could bring Mao.
Yes.
Yes, they did.
Let's go.
How you doing, A-Chef?
Yeah, dude, thank you so much for stopping in. Thank you. Oh, Mao.
Mao's getting a little feisty.
Oh, well, it talked.
He got stuck on my shirt. Oh, no. All right, guys. He's gonna say bye.
All right. Bye, Mao. Bye. Hi, Des.
Just say hi.
Oh my gosh. That was so cool. I love that. All right.
He is best boy.
Yeah. Man, Leo.
Thank you, Odd Bandicoot. I'll give you a follow back too.
Yeah. I was gonna say, man, I swear, Leo, we could talk for another 2 to 3 hours just about life, video games, music, just a little bit of everything. This is why I love doing this every month, connecting with people that I've met here on Twitch. Just amazing. Let's see here. I also have a command for you.
Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, dude, of course. I'll definitely would love to have you back on again, so we'll definitely do another lunch with a friendo with you on here. Yep, so I have a command over here, so guys, go check out Leo on the socials and everything, which is cool. And thank you so much for giving that shout out to Leo Gulavarv. Thank you. Mod love Gotta give mod love out to
Yes.
the mods that helped out so far. So Ghoulie, thank you. I appreciate you, my friend. Let's see here. I'm gonna do my ending outro here. So I just want to say to everybody, thank you peeps for watching Luncho with a Friendo, episode 17. Yeah, with Leonidas. I appreciate everybody for watching. If you ain't following me on the socials, everything is at d-Rad PunX right above there. Of course, you're watching me on Twitch, YouTube, SoundCloud, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Baby. And Leo, where can they find you on the socials?
I'm mostly going to be on Twitch, and sometimes I'm going to be on my Discord, which if you do tune into my Twitch, I will occasionally post a link for it.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Oh, man. Seriously, dude, thank you so much for your time. This was really fun, man. Getting to know you as just not a streamer, but as an amazing human being, a retro gamer.
Starlight is here.
Oh, what's up?
Oh, you're welcome, Starlight. Thank you for being here.
Oh, Starlight! It's Starfighter era. Let's go.
And thank you for being here, Van Frost.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Doug.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Guys, if you're not following Leo, if you don't know who he is, please do. He's so much fun to be on his streams. I love when he gets to build his PCs. I love when he gets to play retro video games. I love his vibe, man. So go check out Leo. All right.
I was such a good boy in the end. Yeah, well behaved.
Aw, I know. All right, I'm just gonna look for a raid target, and we'll head off here in a little bit. Okay, let's do dun 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 dun. Oh,
Hypluff is online, and so is JoJo's Bizarre Game.
all right. Ooh, I know who I want to raid over to. Do you know Pie Fluff?
Oh, Pie Fluff. Yeah, Pie Fluff.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah, she recently just came back
Hollow
into
Knight.
stream.
Yes, and she's playing Hollow Knight.
Yeah, let's go. Another Metroid-inspired Castlevania game, which is so cool. I gotta eat some water first. We gotta eat some water, Leo. Do you have anything to hydrate?
Yeah, I got some water. Let me just get that real quick.
We're gonna cheers to this, Leo. Cheers to you, man. Thank you so much for a fun podcast.
Thank you, guys. And thank you for having me here, d-Rad.
Of course. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Remember to be the best version of yourself because you all are awesome and beautiful human beings. And I will see you later tonight because I'm playing a request from the community. Well, especially from Leo because he's played Metroid Fusion a lot. So I'm doing that tonight. So that's gonna be awesome. All right. I'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody. Bye.